Hey yo party people, this is Sammy from Not Your Average Club, a safe place where we come and talk all things mental health, spirituality, quite a bit of tarot. This is going to be a collective tarot reading, so there's not going to be timestamps in the drop box. It's not going to be a pick a card. This is either going to be a message that's for you or it's not. If this does not resonate for you, please just know that this doesn't mean that you're not a part of my collective or that I don't love you or that spirit's forgotten you or anything like that. It just simply means that it's not your message. This is going to be highly specific, so I doubt that it'll resonate for a lot of people, but maybe just enjoy it for the entertainment value. I'm hearing this song, Blood Sport by Sleep Token. Specifically the part where it says, shit, I just went blank. Give me just a second. Somewhere the atoms stop fusing. I'm still your favorite regret. You're still my weapon of choosing. And out there in the quantum patterns, tangled up in, how does this song go? Tangled up in what I said, but you said it doesn't matter. Tangled up in what I never said, but you said it doesn't matter. I want to be forgiven. I want to choke on the chunks of my own sins. Something until the heavens just won't open up for me. The main chorus of that song is, I make loving you a blood sport. I make loving you a blood sport. I make loving you a blood sport that I can't win. So I've been hearing that song all morning, so much so that it's come out in 2 smaller channeled messages that it wasn't intended to come out to on TikTok. By the way, did you know that I have TikToks now? I did that during my little break here from YouTube when I was just taking like a hiatus. It was just an easier way for me to still channel and do what I love, but less commitment because they have like 10-minute like little time frames. So it's less commitment and less pressure. So if you want another place to follow me where you can get more juice, more tea, and you want like more content from me, follow me on TikTok. It's still Not Your Average Club, Sammy Holford, Sammi. I only have 1 account on every platform. I have 1 Instagram, 1 Facebook. My Facebook's Sammy Holford, which I don't add people I don't know. I have 1 Instagram, 1 Facebook, 1 TikTok, and YouTube. And I vlog, but I'm not telling you where because that's my little secret hideaway. If you know, you know. Anywho, let's find out what's going on. Why do I keep channeling this song? I wanna be forgiven. I wanna choke on chunks of my own skin. Heaven just won't open up for me. Make loving you a blood sport. Make loving you a blood sport. I make loving you a blood sport. I can't win. All right. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What about this one? Okay. All right. Okay, I'm getting that this is a masculine energy. So if you yourself are the masculine, this might resonate as you, but keep in mind that this is energies, not body parts. So I'll use like pronouns like he, him, or I'll say masculine, but you can't have a vagina and be a masculine. It just means that you're in your masculine energy. Everybody has their own feminine and masculine energy. That being said, using he, him pronouns is just easier for my brain, so I will be doing that. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. All right, so that song is about a deep spiritual connection because it's somewhere the atoms stopped fusing. I'm still your favorite regret. You're still my weapon of choosing. And out there in the quantum patterns, tangled up in what I never said, but you said it doesn't matter. I want to be forgiven. I want to choke on the chunks of my own sin. What is the next lyric? I want to choke on the chunks of my own. Hold on. I've got the album. Hold on. Let me go get the album and then I can read the lyrics. Look at that. There it is. best albums of all time, every single song is a banger. Like, so Sleep Token's one of my favorite bands because they write very, very poetically. This man writes about women like they're deities to be worshipped. Like, oof, just, if you're a poetry junkie, 10 out of 10, recommend Sleep Token, especially if you like mythology and you like rock. But not all of their songs are like hard metal. But they also, okay, so they have like a whole backstory, and they have like, they're very like anime inspired, they're very nerdy, mythology inspired, video game-esque. I was hoping there'd be lyrics in here, but instead I'm just getting these like deities. All right, so that doesn't help at all. Huh, that looks like Hecate. Interesting. Interesting, that looks like death. I've never looked at this. All right. Somewhere. All right, so anyways, guess I can't look up the lyrics. I was hoping I could. Maybe, let me just look in here one more time. Somewhere the atoms stop you. Nope, there is no lyrics. I thought it would be in here, but this is just like art of different deities in this like fictitious world or realm or pantheon that this band symbolizes. So the band Sleep Token, the lead singer's name is Vessel. And basically the whole lore behind it, it's all made up, right? But basically the lore behind the band Sleep Token is that the lead singer, who goes by Vessel, they're a masked like metal group. This deity called Sleep came to him and told him to start this band or whatever. They actually just wrote like a book. It's like it's really, really good. But anyways, I'm getting so off track. Maybe you're a writer, or maybe you're really into mythology, or you're a big music lover or something like that. Let that be extra confirmation for you. But what was I saying prior to trying to find the lyrics? But if you don't know the band Sleep Token, they're one of my favorite bands. I have 2 of their albums down there. They're phenomenal. But anywho, so what I was trying to say earlier is I'm getting this thing that is like a deep spiritual connection, because somewhere the atoms stop fusing. I'm still your favorite regret. You're still my weapon of choosing out there in the quantum patterns. Tangled up in what I never said, but you said it doesn't matter. I want to be forgiven. So it's giving big energy of like this deep spiritual connection, because quantum patterns and atoms fusing is like a deeply like spiritual way of describing love, right? But then it says, talks about how they never spoke up, how they never expressed themselves. And then the other person was like, it doesn't matter, like they moved on. And then he says, but I want to be forgiven, and I want to choke on the chunks of my own sin. Like, so I feel like there was a self-sabotage moment. I feel like there was a, that is such a cute car. It kind of is giving like California sort of vibes. Like it's like an old like hatchback sort of car. It's very vintage. It even had the blue license plate, but it looks like it needs a surfboard on the top. So maybe somebody's from California. If so, extra confirmation for you. I'm all over the place. Dial it in. But I'm getting this connection where somebody didn't speak up and then somebody else moved on, right? Okay, so King of Wands, upright. So somebody was in kind of fuckboy player energy. King of Cups in reverse. So they weren't ready to offer their hand of love. They weren't in loving energy. Now I'm hearing that song, I'm just thinking with my dick. That shit dumb. So yeah, somebody was in more flirtatious, like fuckboy kind of energy, right? They weren't in the mindset of love, home, romance. They were in more like, I want the physical connection, I want the spice, I want the passion, but I don't necessarily want the commitment. I don't want the emotional depth, right? But this connection was deep. It was atoms fuming. It was inspired by God. It was destiny, right? And it's almost like they realized it too late, right? Because then you've got 6 of Cups, which is like nostalgia, thinking back on the good times, right? And that came out with Four of Pentacles, right? And the Four of Pentacles is like clinging to something. So like clinging on to the memories of this person, or like the good times with this person, or when you had a connection with this person, right? And then you've got Death, which that might be why I went on the rant about sleep token, because they say their deity's name is Sleep, but I have a feeling that Sleep is actually just the angel of death. So Death is not a bad card in the tarot. Death means like one cycle needs to die, it needs to come to an ending so that another cycle can be reborn. It's like death and rebirth. It's like reincarnation, right? So this other person moved on. They like ventured out. They were like, okay, well, you're not speaking up. You're not expressing your love that I feel this spiritual connection. I know you feel it too, but you're not speaking up. You're not going after this. You're blocked off at the heart. So I'm going to move on, right? Well, now this player energy is wanting to come in with a confession. They're wanting to come in with truth, but notice how it's coming out sideways. They're in limbo because they're like, I want to be forgiven. I want to choke on the chunks of my own sins. Something, even if the heavens just won't open up for me. I wish I knew that next line. I can't fucking remember it, and I feel like it's important. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to go look up the lyrics to Bloodsport. Okay, let's get some more. They're like wanting to come in with a confession. They're wanting to come in. I feel like they're trying to be sneaky. Yes. Right after I said that, this card right here, it's in reverse though. This card right here is about being sneaky. It's about deception, but it's in reverse. Like I feel like your patterning, or their patterning, is somebody who's sneaky, somebody who's cunning, somebody who's like smart and outsmarts people. And they're like, okay, well, I want to come in as a friend or whatever. But they're also like stuck in limbo. They're like, how do I approach this? Because I don't feel like being sneaky is going to work here, right? Because this person is very just. They know right from wrong, right? I want to leave behind my devil energy. I want to choke on the chunks of my own sins. In other words, I feel like I don't deserve forgiveness. I feel like I've sinned. I feel like I went against God and this destiny, right? But they're at war with themselves. Interesting, but deep down they know that this person is their happily ever after. They're happy home. They're there. They could be abundant, happy, fulfilled. I'm feeling to get these flower cards. Now I'm hearing the song "Outnumbered" by Dermot Kennedy, specifically the part where he talks about, because I'm in love with how your soul is a mix of chaos and art, and how you never try to keep them apart. I recently wrote a vlog where I talked about how I thought chaos, it's poetic, it's supposed to symbolize something else. But I recently wrote a vlog where I was talking about chaos and cosmos being lovers, and the symbolism was, I was using like cosmos as in like God, and then chaos as in like the devil, and how I thought that they had to have been lovers because there was no other like explanation for their like falling apart or whatever. And I was talking about the beauty of chaos, or the beauty of like sin, or like human nature, and how I believe at one time cosmos had to be in love with chaos. Like it just makes sense. Like cosmos, the very nature of like order and strategy and like pre-planning, falling in love with chaos, like just like a garden just like full of weeds and like wild plants, and like they're out, but like I was picturing like these two deities, and like this woman with like wild, free, like wavy, almost frizzy hair, and like her outfit is just flowy and a mess and almost like falling off at the shoulders, and then chaos like in a like a button-up suit, and like cosmos in like a button-up suit, and like very like, you know, and for me, it was a metaphor for me and my twin flame. So, okay, yellow jealousy, dark thoughts, sweet love, declaration of love, but it came out in reverse, and it's the only one that did come out in reverse. Youthful gladness and slighted love in reverse. Okay, so this person didn't slight you and you didn't slight them. It's like there was no intentional hurt here. So this is not going to be your person that cheated on you. This is not going to be your person that like fucked you over. It's just simply that they didn't make a declaration of love. Because I think this person, I think that they are like Cosmos. They are the button-up suit. I've got my shit together. I am a king and I know what I want. I got to keep my romance casual because I'm focused on my career, my finances, my this, my that. I can't let something as frivolous as love distract me, right? Fell for chaos, swooping in like a tidal wave, just like he's like a rock and she's just like crashing into him and wearing him smooth. And I feel like she got him to loosen up his tie a little bit, unbutton his shirt, let his hair down. And he taught her how to calm the storm. And together, they this beautiful ebb and flow of emotion. But I feel like he fell into that ego trapping of, nope, this doesn't align with my plan. This isn't how I saw my plan working out, right? So he let it go. He didn't speak up. He didn't tell her that he was in love with her. He didn't tell her that he wants to be with her. He didn't declare his love. And now he's in limbo, like, do I do it or don't I? Let's see. Spirit, should, I'm going to say Cosmos and Chaos because I just feel like that's coming through. Should Cosmos declare his love for Chaos? Should Cosmos make this declaration? Nine of Cups, satisfaction, fulfillment, happiness, content. And clarify that a little more. Should Cosmos declare his love for Chaos? Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands. Is it in reverse or upright? In reverse. Interesting. Five of Pentacles, upright or in reverse? In reverse, I thought so. Yeah. Five of Swords, upright or in reverse? In reverse, thought so. Okay. So bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Pentacles. So that's a yes. He is meant to come forward with a material offer, but not in fuckboy player energy. He can't come in with that old flirtatious energy. It needs to be stable. It's calm, cool, collected, and thought out, right? This will not leave him in regret. It will not, she will not like move on. He's not going to be left out and feeling like, okay, upright, this would be like, no, don't do it, buddy. This is going to help put the wheel in motion. It's going to create a new cycle, a new beginning, a new, I can't come up with the word. What's the word? Bird. What's the word? Bird. Spirit is wanting me to pull some of the work your light oracle cards, which I have yet to use these on channel. I have another deck by the same person that looks almost identical. She's not very creative with her like color story and stuff because like she has two decks that look almost identical, but they are different cards. Vlad, why are you mean mugging me, my dude? And why the fuck are you on my table? That's gross. Cats don't belong on tables. Ooh. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Look at how dark and scary everything looks, but then they cross the threshold and it's like an oasis, right? I feel like this is starting a journey. Oh, okay. So earlier when I was looking through the sleep token thing, I stopped at one and I said, that looks like Hecate. And Hecate is a deity in Greek mythology that is the goddess of crossroads. This one. This looks like Hecate to me. And Hecate is Maiden Mother Crone. She's a goddess of crossroads. She helps lead you through a new pathway. And this is the card of crossing over a threshold, crossing into a new path. So, yeah, interesting. I feel like this new path might seem scary to this person, but please don't cough up a hairball on my fucking table. My cat recently has discovered that he can climb onto the table. We've had him for 3 years. Never once has this cat ever jumped up on the kitchen counters, the dining room table, anything. He won't even get on the couch. He had one chair that he slept in all the time. He recently discovered that he can get up on the table, and now he wants to be on here all the time, which I find fucking gross. Just so you know, if you come over to eat at my house, I wipe down the tables before ever serving a meal or anything with cleaner. Okay. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Yeah. Glad. It's that, my dude. Keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors. Oh, wow, that's 2 cards in a row that are like, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not meant to do this alone. You're not meant to walk this path alone. I feel like Cosmos, or this gentleman, this masculine energy, feels like he has to walk this path alone, that he's got a destiny, he needs to do it alone, and like love would distract him. And he's like, she's beautiful, she's great, she's wonderful, I love chaos, right? I love her, she's amazing, but I have this plan, this destination I'm trying to get to, and look at her, she's chaos, she's gonna throw me off course. Little does he know, she's that piece of resistance, she's that thing that's missing to get him there. She's meant to go on the path with him because they're perfect yin and yang energy. Look at this mirror. She's the bit that he's missing, and he's actually holding himself back by not including her on this journey, right? Can you stop trying to die, my dude? Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Yeah, he needs to take a leap of faith. Answer the call. What's your soul calling you to? Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, would you do it? Say yes. Now I'm hearing that song by Flowetry. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, baby, undress. Yeah, I love that song. It's so good. That is like a make a baby kind of song. Don't deny what you feel. Let me undress. Okay, so now I'm hearing that quote. I can't remember what movie or show it's from, but he's like, I've seen you without your clothes on like hundreds of times, but I never thought I'd see you naked, like vulnerable in your emotions, like fully transparent. Like there's a different sort of intimacy. You can have sex with somebody, you can share your body with somebody without ever truly being intimate with somebody, without truly being naked. Spirit's asking this masculine energy to jump fully in and to be vulnerable, to be naked, to risk potentially getting hurt, right? Actually, I want to, since we're having the naked talk, Spirit's telling me to use the sexual magic tarot, but not in a sexual way. I love this deck because it's teensy like my tiny hands. This looks like a normal sized deck. It's not, it's a miniature deck. I just have tiny little hands. Let's try that again. No bueno. There we go. 9 of Cups. Yeah. King of Wands, but in reverse. The Fool. Four of Pentacles, but in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, there's still a resistance here because, like, look at how this masculine and this feminine are, like, cuddled up and they're close to one another, but it almost looks like he's holding her hands back, like, don't touch me, you know? Maybe it's a kink thing, whatever, in this thing, but I'm getting, like, he's still, like, kind of guarded. He's still almost pushing back a little. He's still trying to dominate. I can't show some of these cards. He's still trying to dominate this situation. He still wants to be in control, and Spirit's like, baby, you can't be in control of this. This isn't a situation you're meant to control. Love doesn't follow a plan, and love is the essence of divinity. It is God at its purest form, is love. Like, love is God, right? And you can't control God, and you can't control love. Like, it's just meant to flow. It's meant to happen. You're not supposed to fight it. You're supposed to just give into it. And, yeah. Yeah. Yep, I can't show some of these cards because they're really explicit. Sorry, guys. The Hierophant in reverse. You're meant to step out. This particular Hierophant is in fuckboy player kind of energy. I'm going to cover up the nudie bits. Shows two women down on their knees in front of him, and he's kind of like in his throne, like, yeah, I'm king shit. I'm a womanizer. I get all the ladies. These ladies serve me, right? The Hierophant's supposed to be about, like, organized religion. It's supposed to be like maturity in the church and stuff like that. So it's really ironic that this is like showing two women and stuff. You're meant to get out of this mentality of I need to control. I'm a womanizer, and I am like this player, and I've got options, because really that's an illusion. You're just trying to keep control, right? You're supposed to give in. You're supposed to explore. This was really explicit. Okay, so he is like touching on her boobies and fingering her at the same time. You're supposed to explore chaos. You're supposed to explore the essence that this feminine is bringing in. You're supposed to allow, like, surrender to what she has to offer, right? This card I could show. This card, they're like standing in a gateway, right? And you notice he's kind of glancing over here, and there's these scissors. Am I going to cut her off? Am I going to be magnetically drawn to her, or am I going to make her an offer with this money, right? And then on this other side, there's the cups, there's the chalices, right? Spirit's like, just give in to love. The little birdie, which is angelic guidance, is over there by the chalice. It's like, hey, there's nutrients over there. Look, sweet, delicious liquid. Just come over here, have a little drink, give into the emotions, right? But he's like, I don't know, should I like try to attract her to me with all these like money, or should I cut her off, or should I play hard to get? You know, like, get out of your head. Quit trying to be logical with it and just flow. Flow, 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 flow. Flow a tree. Say yes. All right, Spirit, let's get some astrological signs up in this beach. And then I'm going to get out of here and eat something because I'm fucking starving. Can you get some astrological signs, please? Jupiter. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Yeah, this masculine was dumb. And then Venus, right? Venus, the very essence of love. Yeah, like you were being dumb. Walk into love. That's the message here, Aquarius. But I'm different. I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like the other guys. Virgo, I need to control everything. Like, Your intuition is telling you, go into love. Yep. Go after what it is your heart desires. You know what it is. You already know what it is. I'm getting, so as far as astrological signs go, I'm getting Libra, Taurus, I'm getting Aquarius, I'm getting Aries, and Pisces and Sagittarius. I hope that was helpful, and I love you guys, and I hope you have a magical, wonderful, beautiful day.